Microsoft recently added agent mode inside Excel, and it is going to change how we all work inside MS Excel. In this video, let me show you how can you use it very quickly. So currently I'm in Google homepage, and if I just type excel.new, then it will open a new blank document using MS Excel. So currently I'm in a blank document. Let me import certain data so that I can show you its capabilities. So I have copied certain amount of data and let me paste it here. So this is the data I pasted. It's a sales data, and this is the random data I earlier downloaded from kaggle.com. So let me show you what it can do now. So currently if I come to my home tab, and there I just expand this particular menu, there you'll be able to see I'm getting one option, that is Excel Labs. I will show you how to install this particular feature just in a little while. But here if you see one option, that is agent mode, and I'll click on open. Now this is the agent mode inside Excel, and this can do multiple different things. I will show you how can you create a dashboard out of this data just using few of the prompts. Let me paste one of the prompt which I already copied. So I have pasted my prompt. What I'm asking, build a dashboard to help me understand this data, including required visuals. And if I click on this particular button, then agent mode will start working. You can see it's already working and it's reasoning, and it is going to plan and it will give us the output. Now one good part of the agent mode is it will give you the output, but it will give you all those details. What are the step-by-step approach it took? What are the formulas it used? Everything it will show you. Even it will show you some of the summary of the data also. So let it work, and sometimes it takes nearly a minute time also to analyze your data, and then it shows the result. Now you can see it's already risen for 31 seconds, and now it's exploring my workbook to understand it more. Currently only one tab is there, you can see, right? But down the line it will add few more tabs based on the output it will generate. Now you can see it added a dashboard, it added a pivot table, and it's still working. Now it's evaluating multiple different other things, and this is now finalizing the dashboard setup. But already it added couple of more tabs here, and now it is finalizing the dashboard. So let's wait for a couple of more seconds, and then I'll show you what it generated. Now it's showing dashboard created. It took some 6 to 7 minutes time, and it completed the entire step. And this is the dashboard it created. You can see, if you remember, initially this first tab, we had the data, and it converted it to table before it started working. Now this is the difference between this agent mode within Excel and the Copilot. Earlier, if you remember, in case you already used Copilot within Excel, first step was to convert it to table, otherwise Copilot was not working, right? But currently this one changed how we are going to use Excel down the line. Now let me show you a bit more. Now if I come back to dashboard and I maybe expand this right pen a bit, then you'll be able to understand. This is the way when we executed the prompt, and then it started in the agent mode and it started working, and it gave you all those details, and now how results were produced, all those steps it's mentioned, then assumptions, what are the assumptions it took, all those things, and then quick tips how to use this particular dashboard, that is also mentioned. Now it is also showing few of the more details. If you click on this particular arrow, understanding this workbook, how the breakdown and output was done, what was the plan, how it executed, everything is there, which means whenever it will generate a dashboard for you, after that you will also be able to modify, configure based on your requirement. Even you can ask this Excel agent for further modification. Let me show you how you can do it. Now everything is done. Now you can see it's suggesting, if you like, I can add interactive slicers, year or country, to control all visuals. So I can ask, yes, please add slicers, and it will start adding those slicers in this existing dashboard. Now this is, if you already created a dashboard earlier in Excel, you know how much time it takes to create this kind of dashboard with all those details. But now with this agent mode within Excel, you just need to execute one single prompt, and you need to wait for 5 to 7 minutes, and it will generate the dashboard for you. Now currently it is working and it's reasoning, so it will also add those required slicers in this existing dashboard, and we'll be able to use it. Let me show you very quickly once it will get generated. Another great part of this agent mode is, in case it is encountering any of the error, it is solving those errors at its own, and you don't need to intervene or you don't need to execute the prompt again. So it is, some of the time I can see whenever it was generating the dashboard and adding the slicers, it is getting into some of the errors, but it is solving at its own and without any intervention from my side. Okay, now it added those slicers. You can see this slicers got added. However, it was not placed properly. We need to adjust it a bit more, but you can see it generated all those details and everything. It is showing that how those pivot table was designed, everything. Now, if I just reduce this particular span so that we can work on these slicers. So now you will be able to place your slicers according to the design, so that we can do. And let's see if the slicers are working or not. So if I click on it, okay, yes, the data is changing here in this table. If I check any of the other segment or maybe by country, everything is changing. So you can see all those sales data are changing. So if I now hold the command button in my Mac, and if you are using Windows, you can hold your control button and you will be able to select multiple different slicers together, and that's the way it is now working. Now if I come here, you can see last refresh, it is showing that date and time. Now this is all connected because this is a table based data. If I click on any of the table here, so if I come back to the sheet 1 and there I maybe change any of the value, it will reflect here directly. So there are a couple of things it did. First of all, it changed the data from a raw data to a table. Second, it generated some of the tables here also, so that it can get some required amount of details which can be visible in the dashboard, and then it built that particular dashboard also. So this is everything it can do. Now let me show you how can you enable this particular feature. So as of now, this is only available on web version of Excel. So currently I am using the web version, but how can you install it? Go to Home tab, and there you'll be able to see add-ins. If you come here and then you search for Excel Labs, and then you'll be able to find this particular option. Currently it's already installed, so that's why it's showing me in this way. For you, if it's not installed, it will show you here in the search result. But if once I click on it, then I'll be able to see this particular Excel Lab. So if I go to a new file, maybe another one, excel.new, then you'll be able to see that this kind of an interface it will come. I'll come here, add-ins, I'll click on Excel Labs, and if I click on open, then this agent mode will open. Now these are two things we also need to know. To use this agent mode, you need a subscription of Microsoft 365. That's required, and you also need Copilot license. Now, if you already have Copilot included with your subscription, then you don't need a separate Copilot license here. I don't have a separate Copilot license now. With my Microsoft 365 family plan, I have this Copilot license already included. That's why I'm able to use it. So you will be able to use agent mode inside Excel to analyze your data in a better way. You'll be able to build dashboard, you'll be able to solve multiple things. You can start creating pivot table, any other functionality within Excel if you want to use, everything you will be able to do. Couple of things, as I mentioned, it's only working in web version for now, and you need a Microsoft 365 license to use this particular feature. Let me know your feedback in the comments below if it will be helpful or how you're planning to use this particular feature. If you want to know how can you analyze your Excel data using another generalistic agent application, then check out this video where I covered it end to end.